Hello, YouTube. Hey, just got interested in a really cool game the other day, called Team Fortress 2. I don't know how old it is, don't know how long it's been out, don't care. Quite frankly, it's pretty good. That's, bottom line, pretty good. Um, now that, yeah, they obviously, if you've been playing Team Fortress 2, you know that there's premium members and then there's free to play and all that. Um, now, one of the things about this game is it's one of those uh, pretty much the team players up against a horde of robots. And these robots are trying to put a bomb inside the hole that you are trying to defend. That apparently somebody thought it was a smart idea to put a bomb hole in this base. But anyway, the robots are trying to get a bomb into the bomb hole, and you're trying to stop it. So, how do you do that? Well, pretty simple. And I'm going to cover one particular class. There's, I want to say, 9 different classes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll say there's 9. And there's the medic. There's well, let me go. There's there's the soldier. There's the scout. There's the demo. There's the heavy, the medic, the spy, the sniper, the pyro, relatively new on that, at least so I believe. And there's one more, um, engineer. That's it, engineer. So out of all these different things, what can all these guys do? I don't have enough time to go into all the classes, so I'm going to go into one. And let's pick the heavy. Uh, and basically, heavy is pretty self-explanatory in the name. There's pretty much you and a big frickin' gun. Pretty simple, right? Yeah, on the surface. Um, Heavies aren't really tremendously hard as far as tactics or anything like that goes. You want to spray and pray? You want to spray and pray? Do a lot of damage? That's your class. Let me just say, for those of you who don't like getting hit, this is not the class for you. You are a meat shield, a living meat shield that is meant to spit out a whole crapload of bullets. If you don't want to get hit, that's not the class for you. If you don't want to get hit, you should go pretty much like sniper or engineer. Well, engineer not so much, but I'll get into that in here in a minute. And one of the things, one of the things a lot of people say is that heavies are really simple to use, and this is true to an extent. Like all the other classes, heavies are best used when the player knows what they're doing and they are used tactically. Meaning you can't just be out there all by yourself and expect to take down a whole lot of them. You might take 3 or 4 robots down with you, depending on what the robots are. Uh, but if you're by yourself, you don't expect even if you are heavy, to last long. The heavy starts out with I want to say 300 hit points as far as how much damage he can take before he dies, which is the most out of any class in the game, which is great. Unfortunately, just like any other class, he dies relatively easily if enough robots are coming up against him. Now, the heavy, like I said, he's best used tactically, just like any other class. And so, how do you do that? Well, during the game, there's stages. You and 5 other players, up to 5 other players, minimum of at least 3 to start any kind of wave after wave of robot. There's typically around 6 waves. Sometimes there's 7, sometimes there's 5. Um, there may even be different numbers than that, but typically you're looking at the 5 to 8 range, somewhere in there. And the heavy is best supported by, say, a medic. You'll see that's a common combination, a heavy and a medic, because the medic not only heals the person that he's healing, he heals himself while he heals. So don't expect your medic to go down super quick, but if a lot of ammo comes his way, he's going to go down fast. And that's where you, as the heavy, step in. You are meant to take the bullets for the medic, and the medic in return heals you. Um, Another good support for the heavy is the engineer. The engineer is capable of building different buildings like a sentry gun. It's pretty much um, it's like a heavy, except it's a machine, and you can move it from place to place. The only thing is that the engineer needs to be near it, typically, to keep it stocked on ammo in good condition, such and such like that. Um, Another thing you can make is a dispenser, and this dispenser is one of the best supports that a heavy could ever get. Quite literally, if you are standing near a dispenser, it'll refill your ammunition as you keep shooting. So if your engineer is a good engineer and he's got a top of the line dispenser, you can level him up to 3. If he's got a third level dispenser and you're spitting out a crap load of bullets, you can expect almost to have infinite ammo. Um, Now, I say almost because if there's more than just you and the engineer, uh, then you might get to the point where the dispenser is having a hard time keeping up, and you may eventually run out. But there's a whole lot of different things to counter that as well. So that's not even really much of an issue. That doesn't happen often, I should say. It's happened maybe once or twice for me, but that's it. Um, then again, I don't have a whole lot of playtime in, maybe about 35 hours ish, just as the heavy. I want to guesstimate. So, one of the best things about the team play, as far as the wave after wave of robots comes, is you can upgrade yourself. During the game, whenever you kill an enemy, or whenever anyone kills a robot, some money is going to drop. And typically it's the scout's job. If you don't have a scout, spy will work. If you have a gutsy sniper or demo's good. Pyro's even better. But typically any one of those choices is best off for collecting the money. But your scout is usually your number one money collector, simply because he's the fastest son of a gun in the bunch. He will dart in and out, and he's hard to hit. He doesn't have a whole lot of hit points, but he's hard to hit. And so, that taken into account, the heavy has some pretty nice upgrades. For example, project. I forgot what it is. I forgot the name of it. But it's a 600 credit, $600 upgrade, but it is so worth it, at least in my eyes. What it does is it allows you to shoot ammo at the projectiles that like say a rocket launcher is shooting at you. If one of your bullets hits the rocket mid shot, then it'll actually deflect the rocket. So as a heavy, that's great because you last longer. You can spit out more ammo. Awesome. Another thing that I would highly recommend is Knockback Rage. Your engineers will love you for this one. I can promise. One of the robots in the game is called a Sentry Buster. Basically, a big-ass bomb on legs. That's all it does. It runs up to the sentry, and it blows itself up. In essence, most likely killing your engineer and destroying any equipment, including the sentry, and all that. Now, you get Knockback Rage. Even if you only get 1 rank in Knockback Rage, then you, as the heavy, will be able to put enough force behind your ammo to actually keep the sentry from reaching its wanted position. So pretty much all you're doing is pushing it back with your ammo and you're killing it at the same time. And if you do successfully kill it, what it'll do is it'll blow itself up anyway, killing any and all robots near it, which is awesome for you. Because, like I said, it's essentially a big-ass bomb on legs. Pretty simple. Those are just a few of the common tactics that you'll see here on Team Fortress 2 as far as a heavy goes. I will go into detail with some of the other classes with other YouTube videos. So, Team Fortress players, stay strong, don't let the bomb get in the hole,